Hi there, and welcome back to the BroBryceHealth channel. My name is Bryce L. Tomlinson, and today I'm doing another update. Today is day 17, 18, 19, day 19 of the bacon experiment. Yeah, Saturday was the 16th. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So it's the 19th day of the bacon experiment. That means I have 11 days left of the bacon experiment. And the bacon experiment, for those of you who don't know about it, it is a I don't necessarily want to call it a program. It's an experiment put together by Dan Quibel, and you can find him in the Bacon Experiment group on Facebook, and he's also got a webpage called thebaconexperiment.com where he does a very, very reasonably priced ketogenic meal plan program. It's a 1 month long, it's a 30-day long program that people can follow along with meal plans and custom recipes. And in the group, he also does live streams where he, he shares with his wife and his kids these recipes, and it's a lot of fun. And the community there, the Bacon Experiment, is pretty cool. For me, I'm always a person that's been doing a lot of studying with nutrition and reading studies and listening to doctors speaking, seminars and stuff like that, TED Talks, and I'm always interested to read the actual science. When you read a study, it helps to know who's funding the study. It helps to know what the abstract is. What was the objective of the study to begin with? Did they start out the study with some bias, and did their opinion end up changing as a result of the study? These studies are really pretty remarkable, and the study data tends to show more and more that something like the bacon experiment isn't really all that radical after all. What is radical, though, is the irrational fear of saturated fat and cholesterol that's not founded by science. It's just not. Doesn't have a solid foundation. So my objective with the bacon experiment was to use it as a measuring stick. I know a lot of people use it as a way to break the ice to get into keto. You know what? That's a great way to do it. It's the simplest meal plan of all time. In fact, maybe the simplest meal plan for the history of mankind. Eat one thing for the entire month, and that's it. He gives you an outline, very clear instructions. He's got this great brochure that you can download, the PDF, print that out, and it tells you exactly, and I recommend, if you're going to do it exactly the way, with exactly the supplements that he recommends. I tried experimenting with some of what I already had on hand. I don't recommend you do that. My first week was really rough, and once I got a hold of the actual supplements that he recommends, and he doesn't sell any supplements, so he's not making a dime off of those supplements. He just tells you, where you can get them if you want to. And but you take the potassium malate, potassium chloride, which is the no salt. And the reason why the potassium chloride, the no salt supplement, is because if you took a supplement of potassium, it would cost you a fortune to get 4,700 milligrams total of potassium, which is the recommended daily allowance. It would just cost you a fortune in potassium supplements, and some of them won't absorb that well. And potassium chloride absorbs pretty well. and it's dirt cheap in the format of no salt. And you can also get it as a water softener. I mean, I don't know if I would use the water softener pellets, but it is potassium chloride, you know, and it's dirt cheap. It's way cheaper than potassium supplements that don't absorb as well. I think that, you know, for me, where I'm at now, I really feel very comfortable. You know, I've been eating mostly pork belly instead of bacon because the bacon just tastes too salty for me. I add salt to my water anyway, so I get enough salt anyway. I like the pork belly better. So pork belly is the same cut of meat as you get from bacon. It's just not cured or smoked and all that. I just get pork belly and cut it into strips about that thick and put it into the air fryer, and it tastes just amazing. It's ridiculous. At this point in time, I haven't lost any more weight. I lost 8 pounds in the first week. I have kept it off. I feel like I've lost some, you know, some inches here and there. I lost, as I outlined on my Saturday chat, I lost some inches off my neck and my chest and my belly. I haven't lost any more inches off my waist, but I think that my clothes fit better. I think I posted a before and after picture that was quite compelling. How I used to look in 2013 versus how I look today. And to me, it was kind of a stunner, especially, you know, it was amazing. I wasn't intending to do this, but I happened to be wearing a t-shirt that was a Commodore 64 shirt back in 2013, and I was wearing a Commodore 64 shirt, a different one, yesterday when I took that picture, and I managed to get almost exactly the same pose. I was trying for something similar, but I didn't think it was going to be quite that exact. It was pretty close, so it's a great comparison shot. And I encourage any of you guys that are starting your journey to take a before picture, even if it looks cheesy and you have to question yourself, why was I posed that way when I looked that way? You know what? You're going to just be happy with the results when you look down the road. I encourage you to do that. It's very encouraging. It's, you know, you can encourage yourself. It's nice to hear people say, wow, that's amazing. And for me, as some of you know who follow me, you know that the weight loss is the easiest thing to show. It's the easiest thing to demonstrate to people, but it's not the biggest thing that's been an improvement in my life. The biggest thing that's been an improvement in my life is the lack of pain, the lack of inflammatory effect. How fast I recover from injuries or from illness. I recover remarkably fast now as a result of this. It's not like things were before where I would be down for weeks or months. It's not typically like that anymore. And if I injure myself, I'm typically back up and rolling by the next day or the day after that. I still have some pain in my carpal tunnel. You know, I especially right in here, you can feel that in the carpal tunnel. You know that it's carpal tunnel. You feel it right there. There's nothing quite like it. And I get the little sparks going out through the hands every once in a while. I get the pins and needles on my hands in just the wrong position. It'll wake me up at night sometimes. I was hoping that the bacon experiment would have an effect that would diminish that considerably, and it kind of hasn't. My job is pretty brutal on my hands, so I've tried to apply for some different jobs within the company to try to get away from doing the kind of work that I do that's hurting my hands so much. Like I said, I haven't lost any more weight yet. I know that there are people who have been losing far more weight than me, but I'm really close to my goal weight. I'm like 10 pounds away from my goal weight, 10, 15 pounds on the outside from my goal weight. I'm not that worried. If I didn't, like I said, when I started this, if I didn't lose another pound, I'd still be happy if I could, if it demonstrates something, you know. And the one thing that it's demonstrated to me is that, for one thing, I don't require vegetables to get by. And I'm more and more convinced that fiber and vegetables are not necessarily all that we've dreamt them up to be. I would like to eat vegetables when I want to. And I think that that's a healthy mindset. Eat vegetables when you want to, as long as you can tolerate them. If they give you problems, maybe not, right? I am eating just pork belly pretty much every day, and I feel great. I feel better than I did when I ate vegetables every single day. And I was making these smoothies, as you guys know. I was making these spinach smoothies with an avocado, an avocado in there, some plain Greek yogurt, a few strawberries or a few raspberries, and some broccoli, some cauliflower, and I blended it all up, and I made these delicious smoothies, and they were wonderful. But honestly, I'm having less digestive issues and less, less aches and pains, more constant energy than I did then. And I don't know what to think of that. I do just know that I think that maybe I can do without vegetables most of the time. When I want to eat them, I will. It's just like peanuts, right? You guys know about peanuts. Peanuts are not necessarily keto. Peanut butter is not really keto, partly because true keto doesn't really go for legumes, and peanuts are legumes, and just like cashews are. Cashews are even a little more starchy, but peanuts, while they're naturally fairly decent on the carb count, they tend to be an allergen, and they also tend to be inflammatory, mostly because the kind that we have has molds and things in it, that because of the way that they grow. So, but occasionally I like to eat some peanuts. Like if I'm at a steakhouse and they got like the bucket of peanuts, I'm going to eat some peanuts, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. I haven't lost control. I haven't gone out and bought peanuts specifically to have in the house. But if I'm at a steakhouse and they got some peanuts out there, I'll probably eat them. And I don't feel bad about it. I enjoy it. But I'm not going to eat bread. I know bread got me in a lot of trouble. I feel lousy when I eat bread. I feel really, really lousy when I eat bread. All it takes is one slice of bread and I'll feel completely lousy. And I think a lot of you out there share that sentiment about bread. And I also know a lot of you that go, I could never give up my bread. That's why this whole keto thing is just crazy. Well, that's just, you make your decisions. What's your priority? Is bread more important than not spending your golden years in the hospital? Well, it's not to me. I want to be as undoctored as possible. I want to need less attention from doctors. I did talk over the idea of the 23andMe DNA test, and like I said, I'm not interested I guess I'm interested in my heritage, but I realize I'm a Heinz 57. I'm a little bit of everybody. Everybody out there, I'm a little bit of everybody. I'm not trying to figure out my heritage. What I am trying to figure out is what are some of the things that I've suffered with, and what does genetics play in that? I watched a very compelling video. I forget the speaker. I'll put a link in the description down below. But it was at KetoCon, I think it was. And this lady had suffered with crippling depression her entire life, and she went and got a DNA test, found out this one thing about how she absorbs vitamin B. And guess what? Now she does keto, and she takes this other form of vitamin B that her body can process, and she's off all depression medication. So what if I could, I'm up next Monday, for an appointment with my cardiologist to speak about this AFib and this ablation surgery, and evaluating whether my insurance covers it or what. I've already found that my insurance covers some things, and I still have to pay out of pocket for a lot. It's a lot of money. And a DNA test is a little bit of money, but how much compared to lots of doctor visits? So, knowledge is power. DNA is going to be, something that I can use that information for the rest of my life. I'm interested. I'll take it. So that's probably the next step in this journey. I will keep you guys up to date on the visit with the doctor. I don't think there's any more procedures from here on out before I go to surgery, if I go to surgery. But what if I could fix this with diet alone? There's been so many things that I fixed with diet alone. What if, right? Anyway, you guys, thanks for bearing with me. I realize this is a little long-winded and I'm a little bit tired tonight, so it's probably dragging a little bit. Thank you for watching, and please make sure you check the links down below. There'll be a link down there for Dan Quible's bacon experiment. You should check that out if you're thinking about getting into keto, or if you're already keto and you're thinking about seeing what zero carb would look like, doing actual real life zero carb. It's pretty cool. It's a great experiment. If nothing else, you might learn something. Over here, we have the Facebook group. That's BroBryceHealth.info. If you go to that URL, it'll take you right into the Facebook group. That's a wonderful little community. It's a small community right now of people that are interested in getting healthy. And by whatever means necessary, in that group, I advocate a ketogenic lifestyle. Low carb, high fat, moderate protein. I do post interesting articles in there. And over here, I also have the BroBryceHealth.com blog site. That's a new site. I don't have a lot on it yet, but I will be posting these videos and other articles that I find in my commentary on things as we go along. So check out the BroBryceHealth.com website. Eventually, I want to try to put together kind of maybe a monthly newsletter. I am doing Saturday chats, 4 p.m. Pacific time. So if you guys are up around for a live chat, I'll be doing Q&A. We'll have a particular subject that the conversation can be focused around. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. You don't have to talk about that topic. You can do check-ins, weigh-ins. If you just want to have an accountability partner, I'm right there. You can just pop right in and drop your, scale numbers or whatever you like. Ask whatever questions you like about keto or about the bacon experiment or about whatever else you got going on. And I'll do my very best to look up the research, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day. I hope that you'll click that subscribe button. It should be right down there, that red subscribe button. And make sure you click the bell notification. That notifies you when a new video comes out. And hopefully the next one won't be so long-winded and sluggish. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you at the very least, I'll see you on Saturday at 4 p.m. Pacific time for our live chat. Have a great day. Bye-bye.